Yo, what's up guys? It's Chimney Swift here and welcome back to another episode from the Legacy SMP server. Today I am starting this episode off in the Nether, and that is because through that portal that portal right there, that's our Fantasy District portal. And before I walk through that portal, I just want to prepare you. Chim, what are you going to prepare us for? Well, I just want you to know that some people have been building stuff and it looks pretty cool now. And I built a couple things, but they're not really all that important. Let me just show you guys, hold on. Okay, so coming through the portal here, there's been some stuff that's been built, all right? We've got floating islands from Arcalis. We've got a amazing wizard tower from Mythical Sausage. Flip logged on last week and streamed, and he built a new house right here. Look at this thing looks amazing. We got Vigo Man over here with this incredibly awesome looking log with a bunch of cool mushrooms and stuff around. Behind me over here near the coast, we've got Nash Crafter, who's been going hardcore on an amazing looking like wagon house. Oh man, I don't even know. It looks really freaking cool. Although her wheels are big. They're big wheels. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Stay tuned. And then we have Pearlescent Moon, who decided to just do what she does best, and that's make amazing stuff such as this awesome looking tree portal. She decorated our portal, and it's huge now, and it's incredibly amazing. Also, behind me over here, this is Gemini Tay's spot. As you can see, she marked it all off with ice because she is, you know, sort of the ice queen of the server. And she's got some wool laid down for some plans, which she just did yesterday on stream. Sliced Lime's got his awesome looking wizard tower over here, which I'm not sure if he wants us to show yet. So let's just go ahead and we'll fly away from that. And I'm just gonna perch myself up here on top of one of Arcalis' islands to show you guys what I've done so far. So as you can see, there's a bunch of amazing people doing amazing things, and I didn't want to feel left out. And so I wanted to contribute something a few days ago, but I didn't really know what. I don't really know what I want to build, guys. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I was thinking about it and I came up with a small idea. So I think I mentioned in the last episode, having a Radagast type house, you know, something like that from Lord of the Rings would be really freaking cool. Very brown and green and earthy and sort of foresty. But I think I also want some other stuff in my area too. One of those things is gonna be a church. So I may have laid out some wool. I did it. I laid out some wool. That's basically all I've done really so far. Although, well, yeah, I ran around. I'll just show you guys a quick time lapse here of me just throwing down the wool as I fly down, because there is something that I do want to show you that's, I don't know, just a weird Chim-ism. It's just some weird thing that I did. So because I want to make a Radagast house, you know, with browns and greens, I thought, hey, I should get a sheep that makes brown wool. So I did that. I enclosed this guy in here. We've got an automatic sheep farm going, and I decided to put signs here. Caution, making brown. So that's right. If we come down here, you'll see how much brown we've been making. Woo! A lot of brown in that chest. Big yikers right there. I hope somebody on this server has got some extra TP. All right, so enough messing around. What are we doing today? Well, let's first start with this. So a few episodes ago, you guys might remember that I was in the shopping district because Mythical Sausage and Python opened up a new shop. And that shop was a shop by which you could drop in 1 diamond block, and it was sort of like a vending machine where you would receive a shulker box full of either goodies or treasure or like not so good stuff. So yeah, you could say it was a bit of gambling, I suppose, because that's kind of what it was. It was essentially gambling. Well, unfortunately for me, there was no stock left in the store. So I basically paid a diamond block and I didn't get anything back. But just a couple days ago, Python stopped by and he dropped off a refund. So here the sign says, loot shop refund. Want to try again? It's your choice. Python, I do want to try again. So let's go. Oh, let's go ahead and take this diamond block. And we also have a spider head from him that says Spider Gang, Best Gang. Huh. I'm not so sure how I feel about this. Spiders are they kind of creep me out. But we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. It's actually not the first gift that I've received. Sausage dropped off this amazing starter wizard staff the other day, so I've got that proudly on display here as well. But anyways, heading over to the shopping district, this will actually give me a perfect opportunity to check our new shop and see if we have any sales. Although I did forget to mention a pun that I wanted to say at the beginning of this episode, and that was that, you know, because everyone's been building in the fantasy district, that you could say things over there have been poppin', you know, like Piggy McPoppin', the new guy right behind us who's managing my shop for me. Whatever, that was a dumb joke. All right, so let's see if we got any sales here. Dang it, Nobody's bought my soul speed books. I was also thinking about maybe selling some respawn anchors here too, just because I feel like that'd be kind of fun. And actually, after I built this the other day, I remembered that I wanted to share this with you because I added this sign here and designated this wagon as a proud member of the Little Wheels Big Wagons Alliance. So far, that alliance only consists of me and this one single wagon here, but obviously, as you can see, if you missed last episode, we've got a huge wagon with tiny little wagon wheels. So small that I brought Nashcrafter over here the other day and she was like, where's the wheels? I don't see them. The reason she can't see them is because her wagon is not in the Tiny Wheels Big Wagons Alliance because she has a big wagon with big wheels. So whatever, that's her problem. Go let her know that she should make smaller wheels. All right, so here we go. Back to the vending machine. Now this thing robbed me blind last time. I really hope that there's some stock left in here. So let's read the rules again. Pay 1 diamond block into the dropper and press the button. You might get some epic gear. You can keep the shulker box for free too. Awesome. That is actually super fantastic. So here we go. Let's put our block of diamond into there. Oh, we got one. We got one. We got one. Coal tier. No, I got junk. I got junk. Hold on. What's inside of it though? Oh, dude, like the best thing in here is like gunpowder, maybe? Oh, this is actually so cool though. Oh, I could see myself blowing so many diamonds here. We're gonna have to buy another one of these at some point for sure. But hey, I'm glad I got a new shulker box. So thanks guys, appreciate it. All right, well now that that's been taken care of, let's start working on our fantasy area here. Perhaps though, we should fly back up to one of Arcaelus's amazing looking floating islands, and I'll give you guys a quick overview of sort of what I'm thinking and what I've outlined here with wool. All right, so my main house, I think the sort of Radagast styled house, I think I'm gonna be doing right there where the blue wool is. And of course, you guys probably remember many episodes back when I used some wool to outline some different areas in the Cyberpunk district when I was planning my base over there. And realistically, I probably won't stick to the exact outlines of these wool, but it kind of gives you a visual representation, or at least it gives me sort of some help as to what I want to create and the spaces by which I can create them. So I've kind of marked off some different areas here. So picture an area that's got a lot of the podzol down there. We've got a lot of trees. It's sort of all enclosed in a forest. It's very foresty. I'd like to have a pathway coming in from right here, right between the orange and the green, leading up directly to my house here, which will be at the blue area. It's gonna be right next to the little custom farm that I built. Now, over here in this yellow section, I was thinking maybe about having some sort of like farms that are just kind of sticking out of the ground, or I don't really know, maybe another building. But basically, I wanna have this be an area that I have some different farms that are just kind of small and automated. For the orange and the green, I was kind of thinking about maybe just doing some additional buildings in the fantasy style that sort of fit my, Radagast style hut over here. And for the orange one, I was thinking maybe we could do some sort of like a mini shop of some kind. And then for the green one, maybe we have kind of like, that fantasy blacksmith type of thing. But the thing that I think a lot of us have actually been drawn to with fantasy is sort of going with like almost a medieval style thing, but just like injected with a huge syringe full of magic. So maybe this could be like a potion brewing area or something that's, useful for the community. The red spot is where I would like to try and maybe build some type of a small wizard's tower, but I'd like for this tower to be very brown and wooden and sort of old and beat up looking. And over here at the purple spot is sort of the idea that we're gonna be building today. So let's get started with that. I'm gonna go down on the ground down there and show you guys kind of what I have in mind. All right, so picture a tree stump right here, okay? Some kind of a tree stump. Inside the tree stump is an entryway that goes down. Yep, there's not a lot of room here because we're messing around with the ravine, but I was thinking, wouldn't it be sick if we kind of had a church in the fantasy district built into the side of the ravine? So maybe you go down the tree stump and you wind your way down to like here, and inside here, you've got some stained glass and some different colored windows. And inside there is a underground decorated church that has some windows looking out into the ravine. I don't know, could be kind of cool. I definitely want to give it a shot. So I think what we should probably do here is I think what we first need to do is set up a beacon because, we're going to be digging out a lot of stuff down there. And I want to make sure that we have the digging speed to do that at an efficient pace. So believe it or not, I actually went ahead and slayed the wither for the 3rd time on this server just yesterday. And I got myself another beacon. So now I've got 2 beacons at my Cyberpunk base, and I'm gonna bring 1 beacon here, which, hopefully I can kind of just maybe set up like right over here. And then if other people, are building nearby, they'll have access to it as well. I've also got a big chest full here of some spruce wood, as well as some dark oak wood, and a little bit of regular oak, which we can obviously get more of because I've got tons more oak saplings here. And I don't know, I was just kind of thinking maybe the spruce wood would look kind of nice for a log, or a tree stump, I should say. Honestly, guys, I've never built a tree stump, so this is gonna be a bit of an experiment. But as we do in this series, or as I like doing at least, I hope you guys enjoy them as well. I think it's probably best that I set this up and do a time lapse. That way, if I make any mistakes, it's not just super boring for you guys, and you know, it's a time lapse. So if you see me do a mistake, it'll be fixed in like record time. Anyways, here we go, up and away, okay. right, guys, so I have sort of finished this build. I want to give you guys a quick little tour here. And basically, this is the first tree stump I have ever created. I think it looks pretty awesome. You guys will have to let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I think it honestly looks best from really high up, like up here on Arcaelus's islands, because you can kind of tell that there's a root system and the tree has been sort of, you know, unevenly cut, and that some of the roots even go down into the ravine. So I was really kind of happy with how that turned out. Hopefully the other members of the server think that it looks good too. And if it doesn't, maybe I can change it. But I want to show you guys what I built inside of it. And I'm not fully finished yet, but I'll probably finish that in between this episode and next episode. So here we go. Check it out, guys. The only entrance into the tree stump here is down this little pathway here into this door right here. Now inside, I've sort of started to decorate things. I've got some leaves, I've got some shroom lights, but I do want to add some more decorations in here, like some shelves, definitely some storage, maybe some bookshelves, maybe a little bit of a working area of some kind over here. And because the staircase is right here, I should probably, I'm thinking about maybe also raising this center part up and then putting some support type things over so that you can't just straight up walk and fall down into here. But guys, my idea with this was that I kind of wanted to create this really cool fantasy looking tree stump on the surface of the ground. But as you went down inside of it, things start to change. You know, you go inside the tree stump and you notice, oh, this is cool. It's very woodsy. It's very fantasy like. There's a lot of mushrooms and leaves. But check this out, guys. As you start to go down the staircase, you start to get hints of things that are changing a bit. We've got this, you know, black stone pig nose block right here, and those start to take over the center column here from the chiseled stone bricks, as well as some polished black stone bricks that are coming into play here. We got some cracked ones, some gilded black stone blocks as well. And as you start to weave your way down, you'll notice that the mushroom blocks are starting to disappear, as well as the dark oak stairs that I was using. Those start to disappear and give way to some of these crimson stairs. And suddenly you realize, uh-oh, we're in a bit of a different realm. You hit this red glass, which is looking outside into the ravine. And before you know it, you are fully encased in black stone bricks, opening the door, and you realize that you are now in the heart of some sort of weird, bizarre cult chapel church thing that doesn't look quite right. So my idea with this, it's not fully finished yet, guys, but my idea with this was I wanted to make this really sort of like red and black themed church down here. And it's going to be for bees. We've got some hints of that already. I made the very awkward zombified priest here, sort of just like lounging on the altar. I tried to make him look like he was just laying here. His hand's not fully touching the bottom there. But anyways, he's holding a honey block and I just think he looks hilarious. Also, he kind of looks like he's ready for a workout because this red band around his head perfectly matches the theme in here, but it also looks like a headband. Anyway, so I've got some lava flowing down back here, mostly for light, believe it or not, just because it's really bright and I didn't want to have torch spam everywhere, but it looks really evil and cool. I tried to incorporate some of the new Soulfire stuff as well. And actually, I saw somebody on my Patreon server use this recently. This is the black glazed terracotta, and it fits perfectly in here. I think this is probably the first time I've ever used a glazed terracotta in a build because the patterns are just so funky, but it works perfectly for a center walkway here down the middle of the chapel. So massive shout out to my awesome patrons on my Patreon server. If you guys want to learn how you can join my Patreon server, there's a link down in the description below to check out my Patreon page. It's right at the top of the description, so click it and check it out. But anyways, for the floor here, I've basically sort of just marbled and textured in, you know, some black stone bricks, some regular basalt and polished basalt, and then up here near the front, I also use some polished black stone as well. Now, obviously, I'm gonna need to still put in walls. I still need to put the walls in. I gotta put the ceiling in, but you guys kind of get the idea down here. I also found a really cool pattern for a banner on Planet Minecraft, which I think kind of looks like dripping blood. So it's super evil and weird, but it's like also kind of not because we're gonna put bees in here, so it's gonna be awesome. So we can actually do that today because I've got some beehives here, so we can actually put some bees in here. Now, honestly, I really don't know where I want to put them. I basically just kind of blocked this off with some red glass here because I don't want the bees escaping, obviously, but maybe just for the sake of things, we can throw a beehive up here. And this will all be temporary. I will probably try and work up some sort of a design that will actually incorporate the bees, and maybe like the hives can be actually embedded into the walls a little bit further. Kind of something like maybe like this. I don't know. I feel like that might look a little bit better. We could put some, oh, actually I have an idea. We could put some of this nether wart block behind here. So let's go ahead and replace this. Now, unfortunately with shaders, these new Soulfire stuff doesn't really do a good job. You see, like with the shaders, see these torches actually have like a really nice glow around them and they kind of brighten up everything around them. There's really not much happening here with the Soulfire. And actually, to show you guys an example of this netherwart block is actually really red. And if I put a torch right here, you'll see that that red actually comes out and is a lot more visible. but the Soulfire, it's not as bright either. So maybe we'll swap these out for regular campfires. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of Legacy. I hope that you all enjoyed it. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and also click that bell icon so that you guys get notifications, and that way you won't miss out on any future videos that I upload. But I know there's a lot of you guys out there that watch these videos that aren't subscribed, so make sure you guys subscribe, and that way you can check out all of my videos. And yeah, hopefully by the next video, this whole chapel will be fully finished and we can work on something a little less creepy up top in the fantasy area. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Real quick, I'd like to give a huge thanks to all my amazing patrons for helping make this video possible, and a special thank you as well to my new patrons, Natalie, Christopher M, Cal115, and Josh N. Guys, if you want to support me on Patreon, you can check out the link in the top of the description down below.